is Stuart.
Hi Dan. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Right, when you're
ready to go?
Yeah, fire away.
Okay. I'd like to present to you Dan and Kaylee. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our idea, but we're going to tell you a little bit about how we actually got to it. So we began by asking the question of why are board games so popular? So board games date back to 3500 BC. Even though modern technology has moved on quite a lot, board games are still very, very popular. So we wanted to ask the question of why are they so popular, despite the fact that technology has moved on. We've got mobile phones, this, that and the other. Technology is amazing, but why are people still playing board games? So that's where we took our market research. So we went out, lots of members of the public, why they still play board games. So the biggest gist was that it was mental stimulation. So we tried to tap into the mental stimulation side of why people play board games, and also we got from that people want to do it as a collaboration, they want to do it in teams, they want to do it in groups, and that's largely why they play board games. So during the recession, board game sales have actually gone up 21%. I don't know if you know that, probably do. Yeah, so the board game sales have gone up 21% because people have actually started thinking, let's go back to the good old days when we sit around the fire, sit around the table with our mums and dads, with our family, and play board games. So what we bring to you today is melodramatic. Now, what I've got to say is that we haven't got any props for you. We had a few technical hitches. Our production manager in China, Wing Sung Chong, he let us down at the last minute. He said he blamed it on the Royal Mail, but that's the reason we haven't got any props for you. However, hopefully I'll explain what the props are and explain what the game is so that you've got a picture in your head without actually having to touch and feel it. Okay, so basically melodramatic is a brand new board game that is what the country craves. So what is melodramatic? Melodramatic is music plus fun plus family and friends equals melodramatic. Essentially what it is we split into teams, yeah? So I've talked about the fact that it's team based. It's going to be either teams of 2 or teams of 3. It's a music based game. Each team will have a buzzer. So it's quite a simple concept. So each team's going to have a buzzer. Individual instruments, so it's based around instruments, yeah? So we're going to have a keyboard, we're going to have a mini guitar, and it's essentially, it's a bit like charades, but a little bit different, a bit of a twist on it. So we're going to have so we're going to have a spinner. So we've got mini instruments. So each team gets up, basically has to play a song using this instrument. So you go pick a card, what song is on this card, and they have to play that out using the instrument that they've been given. So you spin to pick the instrument, and then depending on what instrument you've got, you have to play a song using that. The other team has to guess. Whoever gets this right wins the points. If nobody gets this right, then you lose a point, being the person that's actually using the instrument. Mini instrument. So essentially you've got 30 seconds to guess what that song is. So it's going to be played on a whistle, it's going to be played on a mini keyboard or a mini guitar. And then everyone has to guess what that song is. So if it's a Match of the Day theme tune, you've got to do it on a whistle. If it's I don't know, any song that you can think of, it's got to be done.
So would you need, if it was a keyboard, you'd need to know how to play the keyboard?
No, that's the beauty of it. It's a basic keyboard. It's going to have 6 keys, each key making different pitch. Because we've got to keep the cost of it. It's not about if you can play an instrument, it's about making a sound. If you can make sounds, if you actually are working on a keyboard, obviously you've got a bonus point. Essentially it's going to be ding 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 ding.
A bit like Buzzcocks then, where you just got to get a general feel.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, very much like that.
Behind this list, you've made a list of the standard version and the other version of what's going to be inside the box.
So you're looking at a minimum of 4 players?
Plus a kit
Minimum
version
4
and text as well.
So we kind of thought about the kind of people who want to be playing war games now. So obviously it's hot, people are a little bit harder up for cash, so you see a lot more people sitting in, drinking, party time, so we're kind of thinking the age range of 30 plus, but on saying that, we've got a kids version, which is going to be aimed at the younger kids, so we're going to have like the triangle, the maracas, mini triangle, and for the adult market it's going to be like say the keyboard and the mini guitar.
So in that $23.99 you've got a keyboard,
a mini keyboard,
a guitar, did you say?
There's a list there.
Yeah, the list is there.
So a mini keyboard, a whistle, maracas, a xylophone. These are all plastic,
Yeah, just little
injection molded. A timer,
an egg timer.
a pack of cards, another pack of cards, a spinner, a buzzer and instructions in a box for retail £20.
It's going to, well, retail
$23.99.
£20 for the, that's a basic version, and you're not going to get all that in the basic version. $23.99 is going to be for the full deluxe version. So in terms of manufacturer's cost, we have looked into that.
You've got Oompa Loompas on board for that price.
We think we can keep it, we're going to outsource it, so we're going to outsource it to, like I say, China. Be able to keep the costs low, because, well, we thought it's going to be about £7.99 for production costs. That's a double out.
Realistically, I'll point this out to you now,
Okay.
which I haven't done to the other teams. For your $7.99, you won't get any of those instruments in there. You'll get your buzzer, your cards, your instructions, your spinner, your box, and a board.
So you don't think we'll get the mini
Unless you've got somebody giving you those free, they won't go in at that price.
Okay.
Right?
Right, we've also thought about sort of added extras that you can buy with it. So you can buy the instruments separately, so it's a bit of a brand. So you've got, like, for £3.99 you can buy added instruments, like a mini recorder, and it's all going to be branded with a Belladrive. There's also a mini carrier case as well that you can buy for it. That's it. Any other questions?
When's the end?
When does the game end?
How do you win?
Well, obviously it's playing to the drop kind of thing. It's like I say, it's a team-based game.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like just playing until you decide who wins. So it's a bit like a quiz, like any quiz that you play. It's who wins the most points. So it's ongoing.
So it concludes when everybody says we've been playing this for 6 hours, don't be playing.
If they play for that long, they've got the money's worth, they'll be happy.
But that's the basis of it.
Yeah.
There's not actually a board in there, is there? So it's not actually a board.
It's a virtual board.
Yeah.
It's a virtual board. It's all in mind.
It's a game, rather than a board game.
Well, it's got like your spinner, it's got the egg timer, it's essentially the connotations of a board game, but not on a board.
So you were told it didn't be a board game?
Yeah.
Further questions?
No, cool, I'm happy with that.
Okay, thank you for the time.
Thank you very much.
Alright, you don't need to do that. Bye.
Bye. Dan.